Genie in my bottle. I want a lovely house near Boulder, Colorado. That's less than $1 million. Your wish is my command. I want to introduce you to this wonderful neighborhood extended from Boulder called Gunbarrel. In this video, we'll visit some neighborhoods, look at the housing market, and learn why it's called Gunbarrel instead of IBM Colorado. I'll leave some links below of things to do and places to go and eat in Gunbarrel. Gunbarrel, Colorado has a population just over 10,000 people. Before the 1960s, the area was nothing but farmland and ranches. It was named after a now extinct road through the area that was as straight as a gun barrel. And in the late 1800s, it was actually a historical stagecoach stop between Boulder and Longmont. But today, it is very much alive and thriving with local businesses, eateries, breweries, and trails, and within close proximity to the Boulder Reservoir. Let's not forget a lower cost of housing than Boulder. That's in both rents and home prices. If you like this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment or a question, and subscribe. Oh, and don't forget to check out other videos below all about Boulder County in the description box. Let's get started. My name is Carla Howell with the Boulder County Homes team. You might be wondering why this neighborhood even exists out there in the countryside. In 1957, IBM Corporation, known as the International Business Machine Corporation, purchased 640 acres and constructed a plant to extend their national manufacturing facilities. This was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. The company searched out many locations that matched a specific profile. The first requirement was that the selected location would have to have a major university. The second requirement was reliable shipping transportation, which Boulder County's railroad freight connections and road systems fit the bill. And then, of course, favorable tax programs. IBM broke ground in 1965, and the first 1,000 employees arrived that November, with growth up to 3,000 more employees over the following 3 years. These folks, they needed a place to live that was more affordable than Boulder. Even back then, Boulder had high home prices, but don't get me started on that Greenbelt topic. IBM was an integral contributor to the attraction of technical manufacturing and software companies, bringing incredible talent to Boulder County. Between 1960 and 1970, Boulder's population increased by 89%, and Longmont's population doubled. And Gunbarrel and its communities of Twin Lakes, Heatherwood, and Niwot, they expanded to the extent of their infrastructure at that time. These communities continued to grow as IBM grew their employee base up to 5,000 people in the following years. The legacy of IBM's move to Boulder Valley ended up having a much broader impact on our local economy, and many of their employees have since expanded into local areas as entrepreneurs and creative developers. And you might find many leaders of our communities were at one time employed by IBM. Kyndryl now owns the campus at 6300 Diagonal Highway with IBM and other tenants. Today, Gunbarrel is a popular destination for relocators moving to the Boulder area. There are new apartment buildings in addition to some old ones, and there are townhomes and condos at a very reasonable price. You've got a King Soopers Market, gas station, eateries, and most importantly, local breweries. If you need more options, then it's only 15 minutes to Boulder or Longmont. The Longmont-Boulder Trail connects Gunbarrel to Longmont or Boulder and Niwot by bicycle. And with great bus transportation, it is so easy to get anywhere that you want to go. Let's take a look at the median cost of housing in Gunbarrel. Okay, now we're looking at the median home prices, and we're going to compare Gunbarrel to Boulder, and we're looking at the real data in the back end of the MLS. So this information is current. The report we were looking at before, they're a little bit behind. So let's start with looking at this chart, which is Gunbarrel, and is the blue line. and Boulder is the red line. And this actually goes back 3 years of history of data, but we're just going to pay attention to what's been happening this year. So we are seasonal, so our market kind of slows down. Prices go down around the holidays into the winter, and usually they pick up in February, March, and then of course our peak seasons are probably April and May into June. So you'll see that right here in 2022, both markets increased around February. They started hitting the market. We kind of had a long cold spell, and then we had wind. So it took some time for houses to come on the market, but they came on and they peaked in April. In April, you can see the median price point for Boulder was $1.2 million. And for Gunbarrel, the median price point was only $887,000. So that's a pretty big difference. You can buy a lot more home, a lot more space, and Gunbarrel for less money than Boulder. Okay, this is the fun part. We're going to actually kind of take a tour of Gunbarrel. I'm going to show you on the map here. You can find this map and a link to it in the description below so that you can poke around and stay tuned to what's going on in the housing market in Gunbarrel. So as you see over here on this page, every time I hover over one of the price points here, it'll pop that one at the top of the list. And then you can click on that and go in there and get all the details. This site will also show you how many days on market. This has been 43 days. This is a new listing. This one just had a price reduction, which is a really good thing if you're trying to get a better deal. And then if you scroll down, you'll see more. So I want to talk about the different neighborhoods. This area here has a lot of condos and townhomes, and they're very reasonable. They're like 300, mid threes to 450. And then over here in Twin Lakes, this is called Twin Lakes. There's 2 lakes. Also, you can get a condo, a townhome. There's one in here for $267. That's crazy. Oh, it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, but that's unheard of. Up to $450. And then the houses in here are going to be a little bit less than these newer communities down here, and the old golf course community is right here. This one is Heatherwood. Heatherwood's you can find a great deal in Heatherwood. You get a nice older big home, maybe 90s, 80s, 90s, 2000-ish will be in Heatherwood. And some of these places have phenomenal views. Like they face the open field behind you, the open space, and then some of them you can get Flatiron views, which is amazing. Now, if you come up here at the country club, of course, it's a golf course community. So you're looking at pretty stellar, large custom homes that were built on the golf course, ranging from $1 million to $4.8 million. So that's going to be the most expensive area around the golf course. And then there's a little bit of, there's not any listings here, but down here also is around the golf course. You're probably going to see a little bit lower than 2.3, maybe 900,000 or $1 million, up to maybe 1.5. It's a mishmash right down here, so you may get less than that. And then, of course, if you go up here, same thing. This is going to be around 900 to probably around 900 on the average. There's one for 875, and this one has been a fix and flip, and so they're asking 1.1 million. But you get a ton of space, and if you compare this to Boulder, you have a lot of options. So I'm going to leave a link below to this specific page, and you can just go there and it will update automatically, and you can keep an eye on the Boulder market. And of course, you can reach me through this website if you have any questions or you actually want to take a tour. I'm available to do that for you. I hope you enjoyed learning more about this small country community. It's a lovely place to live, and with a wide range of prices, you'll have great options for housing. Don't forget to check out more videos in the description box below. Click the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.